Hi, Sam.
Hello.
How are you?
Look, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Mm. I'm okay. I'm worried about have you seen Carolyn Stanbury's eye?
No. What happened?
It's progressed. Yesterday I saw it. She kind of like woke up and she'd lost all the white around her eyes and it was just like blood red, like when she got out of the shower.
No.
And then just before we got on, I saw an update and it's disgusting. And there's like full like pus just like leaking out of her eye. But she's like doing all this to camera, like telling everyone. I'm just like, can you just go to a hospital like right now, please?
Yeah, has she seen a medical professional or is she just relying on the TikTok community to diagnose her?
I think she's waiting for a social media diagnosis. So good luck to her. I'm scared for her. I think she might lose it at this point.
Oh my God,
I implore you to
Stanbury.
take a look. Yeah, it's quite
Mm.
scary. The also just like the amount of pus leaking from it, and while she's like talking to camera, like you can just wipe it away. Just like tell everyone it's leaking, but you can just wipe it away, doll.
There's active leaking pus.
Yeah, it's all down her cheek. It's
Oh
like it's
no.
one of the most haunting things I've ever seen.
No. In my hungover state today, I don't think I could stomach that, so I might save it for another day.
Tomorrow,
But thank
yeah.
you.
When
Thank you
when
for
you're feeling
alerting
up for
me.
it.
Wow, it's a big week for Carolyn's across the board.
Oh, I'm so sad to talk about it when we get to it, but
I
RIP.
know. It's truly upsetting.
Mm.
As was this week of Drag Race. Can we just talk about that for 2 seconds?
I'm in that era again where I'm like bored of this show. Like I think we had a few
It's
good like
fucking
US.
boring.
We had a few good like US seasons in a row, and I was like, oh, it kind of restored my faith, like the Sasha Colby of it all and stuff. I'm like, great, we're back, baby. And then I don't know what's happened again. I'm like, oh, I don't know much longer I can watch this show.
I think we've just aged out of the demographic now or something, because it's not. I feel like this show is not being made for me anymore.
No, and the fact that like Lexi loves a grandma at like, mid-30s is like insanity.
Yeah. Also, I liked it when it was so D-list that like all of the musicals and everything, they were like genuinely terrible parodies. That production of Wicked Wiz Oz was far too good for my liking. And also, it wasn't a parody. It was like authorized, which I don't approve of.
No, and that's like I was kind of like it was a bit too on the nose. Like the whole fact that Sam Star, I think, like worked as Cher. I'm like, why aren't we just doing like random like pop idols in the Wicked universe? Like, why was it like too much? Just like, oh, we're just doing Wicked because like Wicked came out and was like a hit. I'm just like, can't we just like drag it up? Like, because it feels like real productions at this point where everyone's like dancing along and you're like, oh, okay, like I'm actually watching a musical now, and I'm just like, it's less drag and more just like replicating what's going on.
Sam Star, controversial win. I feel like all you have to do is a semi-good Cher impersonation, and RuPaul. If RuPaul's meds kick in at the right time, like you will become the favorite.
Yeah, and win for the week. I thought it was fine, but I feel like I've seen so many on Drag Race at this point, like impersonations, that I'm just like dead inside every time I see it.
Yeah. Do you know what I just watched? The first episode of was Drag House Rules. Have you heard of this?
No. What is that?
Oh my God. So it finally happened. There was all these threats of like, put drag queens in a house. But they've gone for this like meta angle, which I'm not sure. Jury's out if that's working just yet. But the whole show is like, it's like scripted, but they're pretending that it's not. And it's like, oh no, like the contract, we're all like stuck in the house and there's no prize money. And it's like they're trying to do this like peek behind the curtain thing, but it's clunky. However, the cast is 10 out of 10.
Who's on it?
Tammy Brown. Need I continue? Tammy Brown is the star of the show. She walks into the house and she just starts talking about how the FBI are eating babies. It's heaven. You've got
that doesn't feel scripted to me. Like that feels like that's just like Tammy trotting on set.
Yeah. So everyone else is reading the lines and Tammy's just there like doing whatever the fuck she wants. It's her and Laganja who immediately start like making out.
All right.
So good. And then who else is there? Silky Nutmeg Ganache, Jujubee, and Manila. So it's like they've got the old. It's like all the old icons, and then Bitch Pudding from Dragula, who's fantastic. It's a good cast, but I don't quite get what they're doing with this format. It's very strange. I was gonna,
if they're acting as well, like we've seen many an acting challenge on RuPaul, they're not great. So I can't imagine them in like a semi-scripted environment. It's just not going to be pleasant.
The whole first episode is they literally just come into the house and then like the host awkwardly reveals that there's like no prize money, but there's a prize package. And Silky Nutmeg Ganache is like, that's how they get you with the fine print. And it's like, and then it kind of just descends into, God, now I'm kind of selling it, aren't I?
I was going to say, it feels like there's much more to it now, even though you hated it.
No, I want you to watch it just because I need to see if I'm insane or not. Like I need another opinion because I don't know how I feel about it. I need it confirmed.
It sounds awful on paper, but I'll give it a go.
Oh, it's awful. 22 minutes of your life you're not going to get back, but it is nice to see what Tammy Brown's up to.
Okay. And is this a stand I'm watching this on? Or is it just like some random YouTube channel at this point?
It's an out TV original, so good luck finding that. But
somewhere in the ether. Okay, great.
Yeah. And you're up to date on Australian Survivor?
I am.
How did you find week one?
Too many unwell people. I do have to say this. I feel like I know we're slowly
all unwell.
I know we're slowly weeding them out, but it's just like I felt very uncomfortable with someone like Kent running around in there. Like he scared the shit out of me. And Nash also gives me such uneasy vibes as well that I'm just like these two like terrorist men in these camps like running around. Like it's just it scares me. Anyway, but like we've gotten rid of a few. But also the thing I have a real big gripe. Yeah. Yes, but I have a real big gripe about how he went because the whole like episode was kind of leading up to maybe like AJ was going to get screwed over because he was like trying to like get one on the girls. And I feel like I really wanted to like relish in Kent going. Like I feel like we didn't get that like moment because I didn't feel like he was actually going to go at that point. I know it was kind of like because it was going to be a landslide. They didn't want to like allude to like him going, but I really wanted to enjoy him like suffering getting there. And I feel like we didn't get to like, you know, sit in that for too long because we're like distracted with this other thing. But I'm happy he's gone.
True. I did enjoy his face when the votes started coming his way. That was delicious. But you're right. I would have loved like a prolonged torture style suffering.
Yeah, and a little panic at the like tribal beforehand, like some kind of like teasing out that maybe he could be going and just seeing like a little bit of fear in his face. But I guess that came out in the actual votes. But I also have to say, R.I.P.
Sad to see Zen go. Yeah,
I was gonna say that was my next point. I was just
read
like,
my mind.
Those speed, like even though him as a person, I was like, yes, there was nothing interesting outside of that. But what a sight.
Yeah, I think we got all we needed from Zen. So goodbye.
I don't think I was going to touch down on the rap career.
No. I'm hoping Nash is out pretty soon because, I don't know if I can do a whole season of Nash the Rash.
No, the performance and just actually, to be honest, though, I do get a good laugh at the challenges where I feel like he does believe in himself, but then it just goes awry every time he jumps into any position. And then everyone just questions, like, how did he get in there? Like, he's like throwing something. They're like, why is Nash doing that? So I kind of like the panic around that. Like that's amusing.
But I'm worried that they'll try and keep him in because you know how sometimes someone is so insane that they will stay to the end because everyone's like, this guy's not winning. So I'll be fine with him around.
I know. It seems like if you don't get the like crazy ones out in say the first like 4 episodes, and they're just around forever, because that is the thing where it's just like this unhinged person's not going to get to the end, so we might as well just keep them around as like a vote essentially.
It's an unhinged season. I think the casting department did a great job already, and I like that we're just churning through the crazy characters. Like, yum yum.
And I feel like we do need a few. Not better look. I feel like I'm missing a Zen hole now in the show. I feel like that's where I'm just like, I wish AJ
a Zen
is
hole.
A Zen hole. And then I guess like AJ is kind of like,
yeah,
right.
but AJ's a creepy dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's not okay.
Yeah, him kind of when he grabbed the girls to be like, because he's so bad at like talking to people and he thinks he's like a charmer. I'm like, I was just like, he grabbed Ali for a bit and kind of shook her a little bit. He's like, so, and he like didn't say anything. She's like, yeah. Very odd.
That was so uncomfortable. Yeah, I love. He's like, I've got the best people skills in the world. I'm like,
no, you don't, doll.
Who told you that? It's like playing poker. I'm like, yeah, that is not a good test of people skills. That's like you're good at like ripping people off.
Sitting in a dark room with men. Yeah.
Yeah, hanging out with other men talking about money. Like, okay.
Yeah. With a lot of people in debt.
To bring it full circle back to the Traitors, there is one character that I would like to see off my screens immediately, and that's Danielle. How the fuck is she still there doing the thing? Like, I'm lost for words at this point.
I'm in shock. I have to say, Carolyn did unfortunately fumble the bag this episode. Like
she fucked it hard.
Oh, it was, and I was shocked that Danielle actually had some pre-thought into like the challenge that was coming and going, I'm just going to lay some breadcrumbs that hopefully Carolyn picks up and ruins herself with, which I was like, no, please don't do this. Because Danielle, I'm sorry, is a crazy player. And it's just, and we'll get to it, but the kind of like performance she gave at the end of that round table, I'm like, oh, come on, guys, we've got to get rid of this actress. Like, it's just insane. And sorry, Sam, can you please, that clip you sent me of how she got eliminated from Big Brother Reindeer Games.
Santa Showdown?
I've passed away.
I died and went to Santa Heaven 3 times. Like, hilarious. The fact that this whole time we've been given this backstory about the biggest betrayal imaginable, and then seeing the betrayal, and they are literally wearing Christmas costumes. Oh my God. I died.
And it was Britney putting Danielle into some kind of challenge that she could get eliminated from, and she's on like a hamster wheel style puzzle, just like crawling around, and then she can't get it done in time, and then she's like eliminated from the show. I'm like, come on now. Like, it was just like, she could have, like, I don't even know the full context, but it seems like Britney had to choose someone in the house to do a challenge, and if they didn't get it done, they got eliminated. That's essentially what I understand what happened. It could have been anyone.
Shout out to friend of the pod, Paul Mitzi, for sending me that one. I was like, thank you. This is, essential background research. And I wish they played that clip on the show. Like, how good would that be? Because
it's also quite hilarious that is what the betrayal is. Like, I actually find it 10 times funnier now because I know how ridiculous the whole like hatred that Danielle had coming in for Britney. Like, it's amazing that that's what it all came down to. Like, phenomenal.
She acted like there was a death of a child or something. Like, it was a really bad betrayal. Oh, amazing. And now we're going to get Britney in the turret. Like, this is not what I wanted. This is not what anyone wanted.
No, and it's just like such a dumb fucking move. Like, Britney calls it out at the end of the episode as well. She was like, she can't be recruiting me because it's the most like obvious thing in the world. So like, I just think, I think we're now moving towards
for Danielle.
I think we're moving towards a faithful win at the end of this season, because I think Danielle's just absolutely like, Danielle's been a bit Boston Robbish, where she's just been thinking in the moment every time. She's thinking about this day, I'm going to do this. She's not really thinking like long game or what it's going to affect anyone else. Like, weirdly, it has been working for her because she's still there, but like, she's not ever thinking about how am I going to win this game in the end.
She's thinking about the Santa showdown. Sleigh bells come into her ear. Like, imagine if they did flashbacks, like PTSD flashbacks with like sleigh bells and like snowflake graphics on the screen.
Oh, they should do that, like the dramatic, like when they're going to get murdered, like her getting into bed, like slow motion. Then you hear like the rustling of the of the bells like coming in. She's just like looking around, panicked. That'd be beautiful.
Exactly. Oh my God. So this episode started with where we left off last week, which was the girlies not being able to work it out on the remix in the turret. Danielle is flogging the idea of recruiting Britney like a dead horse, and Carolyn is like, no, like she's not into it.
Well, you wouldn't be, because she's picked it immediately. She'll bring her in and they'll both get like her eliminated because they're like now besties in the house. So of course they're going to like work together to get rid of her. But having said
she's
that,
not subtle, Danielle. She's not subtle. She's just like really bad at it.
But having said that, it could have been an amazing thing if Britney came in and realized that she's like, people are going to suspect the two of us, so actually got to kill Danielle, and then the betrayal happened again. That would have been like, oh my God,
see, that would have been amazing if Carolyn and Britney tag teamed on Danielle and got her out. Oh, heaven.
A future we'll never see. But also as well, I completely agree with Carolyn in this moment. Like, absolutely no fucking way you're bringing your big brother friend up into the turret.
And I just loved Carolyn just being like, absolutely not. But like, she was consistently saying that from the start. Like what? Like, in what world does Danielle think that she's gonna get away with doing that? Like, yeah,
it'd be the same way if we were sitting here and like say like Tony was still in from like Survivor or something, and then Carolyn's like, oh yeah, I want to bring another like Survivor like, yeah, if you want to bring another Survivor person up, Danielle would like lose her mind and be like, absolutely not, your team up against me. Like, and the same thing, Danielle was worried about that with Boston Rob and Carolyn possibly like teaming up on her. So if you have those worries, you've got to understand that Carolyn has the exact same worries about you and Britney. Like, just put two and two together, doll.
Yep. So they decide to murder rather than seduce. I do like they use the term seduce. It's very camp.
Sexy.
Because they can't fucking figure it out. So I don't know. Do you think that's the right move? It is getting to the point end of the game. So you do got to cut some faithfuls.
I know. I don't know who would have been the right choice if they did recruit. It's definitely not Britney. Gabby, I feels too like Carolyn's side. Maybe one of the boys could have been an option, like a Dylan or a Sandoval or something could have been an interesting choice to kind of like bring up. Because like also as well, if you brought someone like Dylan or Sandoval who can't really control themselves in like a normal setting, they'd maybe like reveal themselves too quickly and get the heat off them, at least for a bit longer to like figure themselves out. Like, I know they're like a bit unpredictable, but I think Sandoval, would just actually be a puddle at that point if he was like given like a traitor moniker and he had to like go out to that breakfast the next day. Like, he would maybe distract everyone for another 24 hours. I know, that would have been fun. So I don't know. I don't know if there was a right choice, but maybe I think murder was the good one. Also, as well, because we got our lovely shots of the boys that they choose as well.
The Dylan shots?
Thank the heavens. Oh, the little kicking legs. Kick me in the face, doll. Like, beautiful.
Kick me in the face is correct. At breakfast, is it just me or is Gabby always first at breakfast? Like, is this an error?
I know. It's
like she's always there straight away.
And it's the thing as well, you'd maybe think like, oh, no one's ever threatening to kill me because I'm never like the one that needs to be suspected at the end because I'm never like an option. So, because I think now they're all finally like clocking on to being like, oh, why am I still here? Like, do I have a friend who's like protecting me at this stage? So she should be thinking that, but I don't think that thought's even crossed her mind just yet.
I love Gabby so much. Like,
Me
she's
too.
kind of underrated or something. I don't know. Like, they don't give her enough airtime for my liking.
I know, and she's like, we'll get to it at the end, but she kind of like clocks on to immediately what happened at the round table as soon as they get out of there. Like, she like read the room properly. So she's a lot smarter than she lets on, because anytime she is opening her mouth, she's not she's not offering a huge amount at most times, but
No.
she does clock in when she needs to.
Yeah. We learn that the next victim of the Traitors is the gorgeous Sam Ashgari. And can I just say, I called it early. He was playing well. Like, he actually was on to some Traitors. He was on to Danielle from the beginning. He's always been sus on the right people. He even came up with that idea to like quiz everyone on what Ellen was wearing at the funeral thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But then they tried to portray him as this like dumb idiot or something.
He was the only one that was talking sense towards the end. Like, he was just like, actually, like, this is how we can like catch them out. I just wish he didn't align himself with Ivor, because Ivor's so goddamn boring. I just want him to be like murdered off the show.
Honestly.
Because I don't want to see him. He doesn't deserve to get through to the end, because he's just balzo.
I swear it's in the contract with filming in the UK or something that they have at least one UK celeb per season.
English person. Yeah.
And yeah, like it has to be, because why else did they have one? Like, they've had one every season, right? And it's a casting fail.
Yeah, just nothing there. But I guess Sam was the right option, because he was the only one talking sense towards the end there, and was kind of, and when he was set on something, he was set. He wasn't like getting swayed by like the rest of the group. Like, he kind of knew what he was talking about.
I feel like it's good Traitors strategy though. Like, in most seasons, there's an older person that makes it to the end just because they are a little bit clueless, and it's like an easy, like a sheep at the end, you know.
I also loved when Gabby came in and she was talking about, like, she was kind of on to Danielle at that point, where like that whole statement that, like, you know, Danielle's defense was like killing all her friends. Like, why would she do that? And she was like, sounds traitorous. Like, she was like actually onto her at that point. I'm like, oh, thank God, my girl.
My girl. Did you think the Sam murder was a good choice? Because I was kind of like, that's ballsy considering he's kind of been onto them.
Yeah, I do. And also the whole thing where the fact keeps, like, the point keeps being brought up that we think the traitors are girls. So, like, killing another guy is kind of like really speaking to that again. So it's going to put the heat on them. So I don't think it was the right move. Like, even though I know Carolyn loves Gabby, like, Gabby might have been a better kind of sacrificial lamb or something like that. Or even, I think Dolores is smart to keep there, because I think they can kind of revisit that housewives.
Oh my God, Dolores was not present in this episode.
No, only just like, for a hilarious little bit at the end there. But like,
yeah. But I just love
for her voting.
Yeah, in the last few episodes, she's made some sweeping statements about how she's coming for the Traitors and she's getting ready to play, and then it's just get ready for another week of Dolores in the BG.
She literally made that speech. She made that speech in the church, and then what did she do? Take a nap in the church, and she hasn't woken up since. Like, it was just like not a single thing has been done after she like threatened to come to the Traitors.
Yeah,
it's great that I do laugh every time it happens. It's quite good
every time. Yeah, someone didn't quite fill poor Dolores in on the like idea of a majority vote, but oh well.
I get so much joy watching Tom enter each morning, because you can just tell everyone just like rolls their eyes essentially as he comes in, and I'm just like laughing at this point. He's like the clown, he's the jester. It's like perfect.
It has done wonders for his reputation, this show, like undeniably, because he is just so unthreatening. We all just see that he's a dumb, like harmless baby at this point.
Exactly.
Alan walks in and I like audibly gasped at this outfit.
The alfalfa of it all.
The alfalfa. It was like Pikmin. Do you remember that Nintendo game with the little twig creatures? It was kind of giving that.
Well, Was it like the leaf thing?
I think it was like a one
Is
leaf.
that what it was?
You just yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like a Pokemon, and wow, like really hats off. It was actually a good episode for the lurks all round.
Oh, there was a lot happening. Yeah, Alan
Mm,
stepped it up. Maybe because he knew Parvati and Kate were on the horizon, so he was just
yes,
like, I
it
I
was
need to be stepping this up today.
definitely for the girlies.
Mm.
Later on, Gabby is sus on why Dylan wants to be her bestie all of a sudden. She's kind of like, they all come crawling back, ladies.
Well, it's a theory, even though it's also the thing. She's so all over the shop as well because like she was
Mm-hmm.
walking in with the whole Danielle thing. She's like, oh, now I'm on like baby boy Dylan. I'm just like, oh, come on, Gabby. You're almost there. You're almost there.
Mm-mm. Danielle continues to be a mess. She's like still emotional about the Britney thing. I'm like, does she actually talk about this every week, or are they using the same footage from like week one with the Santa showdown trauma? Like, I feel like she does not shut up about Britney.
No, and it doesn't make sense because I feel like they've gotten so close in the last few weeks. Like they were like dancing around the halls and stuff like that. So I'm like, is this like a past memory at this point, or is just like Danielle got like Dory disease and she like just wakes up each morning and just like goes back to that moment? It's just like, oh no, I hate Britney again. And then she like, reforms a relationship, goes to sleep, wakes up, can't stand her again. She betrayed me. Like I don't know what's happening there.
Plus, it feels to me like they're having off-camera conversations or something, because this one in particular, where they kind of talk about Carolyn, it felt very like, we had that text chat about getting Carolyn out or something. Like it felt like they'd already discussed it and we were just getting a check-in. And then Danielle's like, oh, but just wait until the round table. Like she didn't want to say it or something.
I know, but I also feel like Danielle was talking in code this entire episode. Like she wasn't actually saying out loud what she was going to do or who she suspected. She was just like essentially asking everyone to like wait for my performance at the round table, and then you'll like know where I'm going with this. But I just like the whole point of this game is so you can have like side conversations and like theorize and like bring up people's names, but you just like, and she's just like giving looks, being like, you wait. I'm just like, okay, tell her go. Please.
It's sus as well. Like, really, if someone was behaving like that, I would be like, why are they being so cagey? And it also, like, to me, it just like tells Britney that she knows more than she should, right?
Yeah, it's like I've already got this confirmed. Like, you know what I'm, as in like I can't tell like I can't tell you out loud because I know, but you'll see what I'm doing. And I'm just like, you're essentially telling Britney I'm a traitor and I know she's a traitor, so you watch me like get her out, basically confirming that. So, but maybe Danielle is playing that game where she's like, look, I'll get her out and then you'll absolutely be recruited and you'll be coming with me, even though Britney will not want this.
I hope they do the Sia twist and someone gets to
I think they
discover Danielle. Oh, they are?
I think well, because I think Alan said something weird, I think at the end of like the challenge or something, where he's like, someone will get a power, blah, blah, blah. Because I know when they started the round table, Ivor said something and then Gabby, I forget who it was, someone jumped in and was like, there's something coming, but let's not think about that now. Like, and then I think even Dylan picked up exactly what it was. He goes, maybe someone will find out that someone's like their true identity, if they're a faithful or a traitor. So they suspecting what's coming. So I think that might be the next episode. Watch it fall on like.
Yeah. Oh, I hope it's Sandoval.
No,
I really want it to be Sandoval. And he's just like, what? And like no one believes him. He's like, it's Danielle. Or no, he'll pick Ivor or something. Like he'll just fuck. Or Dolores.
Well, no, because I saw someone tweet, they were like, Dolores is going to get this power and find out who's a traitor and still vote for Tom. Like, she's just going to be like, fuck you. Like,
that's gold. Yeah. So it's the chess mission, which was my favorite mission from UK season 3. Very glad to see it on this show as well. And we get absolute queens, Kate and Parvati, for absolutely no reason. What did you think?
I was kind of waiting like through the whole challenge going, okay, so what is going to be their point? Like I was like, this is fun. Like I'm really enjoying like their presence, the commentary and stuff. I'm like, oh, what's going to be like the twist? and nada. It was just they coming in these like cunty outfits just to like sit by and like gossip, which I'm also like, I'm actually happy with more of this, to be honest.
And I love Kate in a crown and just Parvati in a fucking headband. I was like, this is so good. That was the whole reason they brought them out. They're like, we need a headband moment on this season.
Yeah. And Alan had his matching chest piece headband in honor of Parvati as well, which was lovely.
It was stunning. And I just loved their kind of little side comments. Yeah. It was great. I'd bring them back every mission just to make the missions interesting, just to have them there kind of just like throwing shade. It'd be really good.
I love how Kate offers nothing though. Like she was not giving like any hints or anything. It's so good because she shows up to so many things and she does not give a shit. Like even that first season when they were doing those challenges and they were meant to be carrying the money and she was just like throwing it over the fence. She was like, I don't care. Like she's like, I hate these.
She did it twice, didn't she? They brought her back last year. Didn't they?
Yeah, she came back like midway through the season, and then she became a traitor towards the end. I think Phaedra, right. What do you call it? Recruited her towards the end.
Her. Yeah, I love Kate Chastain, but yeah, she never quite.
She's not clocking in
the traitors. Yeah, she's clocking in, but she's great on screen.
Great TV. But yes, more of this. Like bring back previous contestants. Like next season, I want to just see like, I don't know, just Gabby sitting there, just giving her commentary over some stupid game.
Parvati is everywhere at the moment. Like she's on every show. She's like the Jujubee of fucking, I don't know,
reality TV competition reality.
Right now. Competition. Yeah, it's so good. Like I can't wait to see her on Australia versus the World. You know, like
she's on Deal or No Deal Island right now.
She's on Deal or No Island with the Golden God. I haven't been watching, but apparently it's fun, and those two are kicking.
I've heard it's quite good, but every time that promo comes on, Mitch, when we're like watching like Traitors and that ad comes on, his brain breaks. He's like, "What is this show?" Like, because it does seem insane. Like, there's like all these challenges and stuff, but then it's like a Deal or No Deal case being open. Then it's Joe Magniello, is that how you say his name? Yes. Is the host. It's just it's insane. I'm just like, what's going on here? Oh, beautiful. I love
that's where
True Blood.
Loved him in True Blood, but I can't believe that's where he's ended up. It's kind of funny. Like that was peak TV, and then now he's like hosting Deal or No Deal Island. I'm so sorry, doll.
I know, but like I think True Blood got to a point where it was like, can you take your clothes off? You're hired. Like it wasn't really about anyone's acting ability. Like as that show went on, they were like, can you get naked? Great.
They're like, how big's your dick? Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And then he moved on to Magic Mike, where I think that was the same MO that he had to fill, and then now he's on Deal or No Deal Island clothed, weirdly. So
which that's the thing. It's like, sorry. I don't.
What's the point?
I don't want to see him on my screen unless he's completely naked.
And look, an island, I feel, asked for that as well. Like he could be,
exactly,
in a little skirt or something, whatever he feels comfortable in.
Exactly, a grass skirt.
Yeah.
I feel like they need to take a leaf out of JLP's book and just at least get him pumped up.
Just shrink the t-shirts. Yeah,
those t-shirts are working hard. For 10.
They've been washed 10 times, put in a dryer 9 times, and they are sticking to him in that heat.
And they were extra small to begin with. But
yes, exactly.
Oh my God. So this mission, I love this mission because it actually reveals to us and the players something about the traitors. So they prepared their answers to these questions. The first is the snake, which is who is playing the most under the radar game. And they correctly guess that it was Britney. And at this point, Carolyn is already, like, she just could not help herself. She's like already speaking too much.
Yeah, she just like didn't realize this was not the game because like I think weirdly she was too focused on the money, where I think Danielle knew not to worry about winning money for this game, because the more they revealed their true intentions or something, the more it was going to paint a target on them. So she kind of for the first time ever, and Carolyn should have realized what was happening when they were suggesting names in the turret. That was the first time Danielle wasn't arguing with her, and she should have known. That should have been alarm bells for her to be like, oh, maybe I should be questioning this because it's the first time she doesn't seem to have like a strong opinion about anything. So it was a shame because like all these answers just like destroyed Carolyn's chances.
I know. And she's literally been playing stupid this whole time, fumbling into breakfast and going, "Ah!" And then she just completely forgot to do that. When it was the most important time to play dumb. And I was screaming at her, going, Carolyn, no. Carolyn,
but I was
what
also
are you
like
doing?
I also thought this answer was so stupid. Like, I feel like Britney's actually spoken up at quite a few round tables and stuff. I'm like, she's not like, is Ivor not the one that's like done absolutely nothing? And you would say is like under the radar, but still like talking to people like quite a bit.
Exactly.
Like, it just seems such a stupid answer for Britney. I don't know if we're just seeing more screen time and in reality, they're not really hearing much from her, but like, it just seems such a weird choice.
Yeah, I thought they should have picked Ivor or Gabby or something. I like a less controversial answer. But honestly, I think Danielle is just obsessed with Britney or something. Like,
what do you think? It's a little love underneath the surface, a little
Santa,
little something
romance. Yeah, I don't know.
Only Santa knows.
Oh my god! Then the next one is the biggest threat, which was the skull, and they choose Britney again, which was incorrect.
How is like the person who's like flying under the radar and the biggest threat the same person? I was just like, that also just felt stupid to me.
Stupid. Yeah, this was difficult viewing.
And then what do we have next? Lone Wolf, was it?
Next was the wolf. Oh my god, Tom Sandoval.
Tom just nominating himself.
I've always been a lone wolf. I'm like, oh,
of course.
He fell right into that trap and just like self-nominated, like they said he would. And then, but Carolyn's pushing so hard for it because everyone else says Dylan, and Carolyn's like, no, it's definitely Tom. She basically says it's Tom because I chose it.
Yeah, and she wanted the money. It became too like it was just so obvious. And then she stupidly tried to backtrack later as well, being like, "Oh yeah, it was you." And she's like, "No, it wasn't me." I'm just like, "No, really you're falling apart here."
I know. And the irony of her trying to make money is it's like she actually had a really good chance to take home the money on her own. I thought she had it in the bag until this challenge.
No, she literally buried herself in this challenge. It was insane because I feel like there was no heat on her whatsoever. I thought like other than obviously that argument her and Danielle had a few weeks back, the only other person who was bringing up her name was Danielle. So like she didn't need to be doing this much. So sad.
Bad play. Kate and Parvati were kind of thirsty for Dylan in one moment, and I thought that was very cute.
Aren't we all?
Just objectifying Dylan. Yeah, I was like, these guys, it was like Gogglebox. They were just sitting there being like, oh, okay.
You know that Dylan, like if Parvati and Dylan were on the same season, that Dylan would have been Parvati's little lapdog as well. Like, because she would have flirted with him and been like, like charming. Oh, it would have been phenomenal to watch.
That's her superpower, is just men do everything for her and then they don't realize that she's super smart and is fucking them. It's the best. She's a queen. True queen. Oh, the mouse was next, which was, I love this one, the most irrelevant voice. It's like, ouch.
And then, and this was Carolyn like trying to advocate for herself.
Yeah, because who would do that? Who would be like, I'm the most irrelevant, me? No.
And then it also being correct as well. It's just like, God, I was just like, this was it. And I was just screaming at the TV this entire time. Like, no. Like I could see it just like slipping away from her every moment. And then just like Dylan's glances at her during this, like all this play. I was like, oh shit. I was like, she's done.
So how do we think this large chess piece moves on its own?
Is it a huge Roomba? But like a remote control Roomba? Like I feel like it's like one on wheels, but yeah.
I was picturing a Roomba, or there's just someone in there going like beep, 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 beep.
Oh, like an R2D2 kind of like moment.
Like a
Yeah,
Dalek.
okay.
Yeah. But no, I think Roomba's probably correct.
Yeah, I was just thinking someone's on the side, like someone from the art department with like a little controller, like moving it around, which would be quite cute.
It looks great. It's very sort of
Oh,
Harry Potter coded or something.
yes. Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely that like Philosopher's Stone chess game where Ron dies.
So Dylan, as we all were, is like kind of onto it now. It's like, okay, Carolyn, thank you for that performance. We all know what to do.
But he's also like the thing as well, he's still, even though like Carolyn's shown her ass, he's still going, oh, it's between Danielle and Carolyn. Like he's still got suspicions on both. That's where I was just like, oh God, it's really just going to be this round table performance, which is going to swing him either way. Because I feel like if it went Danielle's way, he might have not second guessed Carolyn as much. Like maybe he was just feeling like he was feeling that way because Danielle was casting suspicion on her, and that's why he was like thinking that way. So I thought, I don't know, Carolyn could have recovered, but it was just an absolute mess as it went on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. The way she defended herself later didn't help. And even with that, like both of them shot themselves in the foot because it was such obvious traitor on traitor violence. Like straight away afterwards, Gabby's like, that was traitors having a tiff, right?
Yeah, I don't know why, like maybe a few of them need to watch the show, like watch the seasons before, because they all are now seem to be making this mistake every season where they go too hard at each other, and they seem to be like using things like when we get to the round table, like Danielle's trying to use things Carolyn said in the turret, and I'm just like, you can't be like alluding, just use things from the game, like everything's other people have
Things
seen.
that happened in the turret
Things that
did not happen. You need to pretend they never happened. Yeah, that
and
was
just experience. Like, do you know what? Danielle was all within her right to bring up all the chess game stuff and all that. Like, that's perfect because everyone saw that. That's what you can rely on, and that's how you can convince people. As soon as you start alluding to other things, people are going to go, "Wait, what are they talking about? What's this experience? Like, why do they hate each other? Where's this coming from?" That's when people start going, "Oh, it must be like two traders speaking to each other." So, my message to all future traders: watch previous seasons and don't go at each other, because even if you get out the person you want on the other side of the table, you've just painted an absolute like target on your back and your necks. Like it's just gonna be this 1-for-1 every time.
What a strange idea. Actually watching the show that you're about to go on.
It could help.
Yeah. And shields are done at this point, is that right?
Yeah, it seems that way. And this was going to be the last last chance for recruitment as well, isn't it? So I think we're like really winding down now.
Oh, well, I guess it's the ultimatum, which is so dumb because like who's gonna suicide,
self-murder.
Like, come on,
no one's that righteous. Like you want to win the money, like you're just gonna be like, sure, okay, let's do it.
Someone did do it. What season was that? It's all merged into one now, but that did happen. Someone was like,
actually just
yeah.
Oh God.
In the face-to-face situation, they were like, I'm good. Because they were like so faithful, and they were just like, I don't want to play as a traitor. And I was like, you
loser behavior.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think so. Ivar is more sus on Danielle at this point, but then after a quick chat with Danielle in the kitchen, he kind of changes his mind on his own. This was quite funny. He was like, oh, actually, maybe it is Carolyn. But Danielle makes him say it. And then she does this face like, your words, not mine.
Again, just like she's just not helping with anyone. She's just like, oh yeah, Ivar's such a gossipy little cunt though, isn't he? Like he just kind of like he's just like running around. He's like, yeah, that what's that I forget, but you know the Game of Thrones character, little gay that used to like run around and just like whisper in people's ears. He's very like that energy. Like
he's very.
I haven't watched it in years. Yes, so yeah, whatever that mischievous gay was running around, that's kind of Ivar's energy in this castle.
He is a mischievous gay nuisance, and he's not providing any entertainment value whatsoever. And he
give us a good confessional. You know what I mean? Like, just even if you're just doing like little side comments, like, you know, little drive-by shootings with your like commentary, like I'd love that. But you're not giving me that either.
I'd love him to just
desecrating the gay name.
Exactly. I want him to be thirsty for all the snacky snacks in the house too. Like, we've not had one confessional from either being like the rig on Dylan or like, you know, Sam, because him and Sam are close. But I'm like, I would love there to be like an unrequited love storyline.
It was the perfect opportunity during that like wedding scene for him and like Sam just to even make a joke about being married to Sam, right? You know what I mean? Like that, like it's sitting there on a platter for him just to be like make a little.
Call me Britney.
It doesn't even need to. It doesn't even need to be like dirty. Yeah, exactly. It can just be something a little bit fun. But you know, there's not even fun for either. Like he's just making tea and being boring as shit.
Boring. He doesn't lol, and there's no I'm actually confused as to what compelled him to take this gig. Like, you know, he doesn't need that money because he's fucking royalty adjacent or whatever. And then it's like, why do you want to be on telly? I'm confused.
No, and to my understanding, he doesn't need to rehab his image. Like, I know he's like obviously, you know, the gay of the royals, which is fine, but just like it doesn't seem like he's done. He hasn't been caught in a toilet or anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like something where he's like trying. Maybe he has. I haven't done a lick of research on him, so who can say? But he doesn't seem like he's not Tom Sandoval looking for a redemption. So I don't really know what he's doing here.
Maybe we should mobilize the listeners to once again do our research for us. And look, the DMs are
not
open. Send us any dirt. No, send us any dirt you can find on Lord Mountbatten. Did he do blackface at Windsor Castle once at a party?
I'm sure that was probably on the cards for someone in the Windsor family.
Oh my God. So at the round table, it's just Carolyn v. Danielle straight up. There's no, you know, I mean, obviously Dolores and Tom have their thing going on, but
they're pure hatred for it. I know. I was so like, I actually, when it got to the end, like we'll go through it, but like when it got to the end of this like round table and then Alan's like, oh, the discussion's done. I'm like, oh, we didn't touch on anyone else. Like that, like no one got a word in. It was just like Danielle and Carolyn going for each other's throat this entire time.
And would that have been a better strategy for either of them to actually have another name as well to kind of hedge the bets or deflect a bit more? I don't know. Or does that look even more traitorous? If you're like anyone,
I don't know. It's just, I know it was just very like, I think they were just throwing all the cards on the table at this point. They weren't even caring about, like, this is the thing. They're kind of both a bit too one-track mind about this whole thing where, again, there's not a discussion for anything. It's just like, I'm trying to get you out and I haven't thought about anyone else's name, which also this kind of like attack always feels so weird because when people are like, you know, there's certain names that get thrown out each week. And then when you get into a situation where there's two people just set on each other, you're like, why has this changed? Like if this isn't like a consistent thing where like, if you saw Tom and Dolores going at each other at this round table, you'd be like, oh, that's fair because they hate each other and we've seen it every week and they go after each other. But this just being the two of them, which hasn't been seen for weeks now, and now it's come back, which I think Danielle actually played it really well going, I actually didn't want to bring it up again because I was like scared of her essentially, like saying like, oh, I wasn't going to bring it up because I thought I'd be murdered by her, which was actually a good story to lean on because it kind of made sense why you hadn't heard about it in this time. And I don't think Carolyn had thought about her argument before coming to the table. I just thought she was like, oh, I'm going to gun for Danielle.
No, she looked great though. I love her in that leather jacket with her hair like so tightly pulled back. Like she looked good.
Oh, Carolyn looked great and Danielle looked like a fucking Muppet. That was insane. I was just like that.
Was this the hat? Was she wearing that fucking hat? Girl.
It looks like one of those things that's like hiding like a camera inside of it or something.
Driving Miss Daisy. Like, what the fuck?
Oh,
yeah,
God.
It did look like it was concealing something.
Oh. Anyway, it was just...
way to age
tough.
yourself, like wearing something from just another time.
Do you know what I found so offensive? Danielle going, oh, your whole like Forrest Gump act. I was just like, oh God. I was like,
did you catch Danielle's Kanye moment when she said, "I'm gonna let you finish"? She literally
No, I
said,
did not catch it.
she said, I'm going to let you finish, Carolyn. I was like, oh. Wow. Yeah, the showdown was quite fabulous. But yeah, just the whole time I was like, guys, like, you're making this so obvious that that there are things that have been discussed in another place. I don't know, maybe the turret, and that's where the beef is coming from. Like, yeah, they need to watch previous seasons. They need to realize, because on the civilian seasons, they usually keep the traitor on traitor violence like quite passive aggressive, which
And
is
subtle.
what you need
like,
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to
Because I
conceal that
found,
shit.
yeah, because I feel like one of the best traitor on traitor violence that happened so like subtly was Mina in the last season of UK, just because she was still getting out the traitors, but like not alert anyone, would kind of go with the consensus, but she was always getting them out, and she knew what week she was going to do it as well, but she just did it in a way where it was never casting suspicion between each other kind of thing. So she kind of was like coasting through, but these people are just like guns, like they're like gun across the table, like I'm coming.
Bazooka. And there was a lot of
Yeah.
let me finish, like Carolyn was like screaming let me finish, like back and forth. Oh, it was a fun round table. And then Carolyn ending with the waterworks, I was like, ooh, that's good. And I like every time she's backed in a corner, she plays the like I'm a kooky outsider card. Like, my whole life people have outcast me and I don't fit. I was like, I like that. That's a good strategy.
It was good because it's true as well. Like, she can speak to it, but she's also just using it as like a shield in this moment.
Yeah, and I feel like she's done it before, or like I don't know. It was not fresh.
No.
And
then we got our votes, and the Tom and Dolo, again, I know we've mentioned it so many times, but I get a kick, and I hope it never ends.
Because Dolores had 0 screen time except for her vote for Tom yet again, and just yeah.
I want them to do some more time with her, just even if she's just only ever speaking about Tom. I would just love to hear it and like just hear her theories. And I think it is just pure hatred for him just being in the Bravo universe. She's probably just a very big team Ariana girl at the end of the day. But I just would love to hear her theories of her hatred for him.
It's playing to the fandom, I think. Yeah. You're right. Like, she knows the gays and the girls are at home going, yes, Dolores, but yeah.
Well, that's what she's done on New Jersey for years as well. That's why she's been always like playing both sides, because she knows she's got to stay on Teresa's good side. She's got to stay on Melissa's good side, because she needs to have like both sides of the fandom on with her along the way.
So Gabby bought the tears. She was like, and she even tells everyone, I thought that Carolyn's tears were really genuine. It's like, okay. And then so like that's why she votes for Danielle, which I was like, great. Well done.
I thought for a moment here we were going to get Danielle. Yeah, I was just like, I wanted it so
bad. I was like, please.
Have we? I can't remember what happened. So just say that last vote for Dylan was for Danielle.
And it was like a
tie.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
But have we had? Is it like a re-vote again, and then like Dolo and Tom have to vote for one of them? Is that like kind of what they
like Survivor rules?
Yeah, because I feel like I've never seen. Yeah, I feel like I've never seen that happen.
I don't think I've seen it. Maybe it happens at the final, like, fire pit thing a lot because there's so few choices. But I don't think it happens that much at the round table because there's there's so many people.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just never. Yeah, I don't know what the game rules are at that point, but I would have liked to have seen it at that moment. Sadly,
but Dylan's deciding vote, unfortunately, goes to Carolyn, and she's gone. But look, it was obviously it's like bittersweet because they got it right, but it's like not the one that we wanted out. Like Danielle is just not entertaining, and she's just messy, and I cannot believe she's still there. It's crazy to me.
She's not entertaining day to day, but my God, that the shake at the end of the table, her on the ground, when like Carolyn finally says her goodbyes, and she was like, I told you. I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
She needs to go. She absolutely needs to go next week. I just can't, like, I can't keep doing this. And I don't think they can, like everyone there, I don't know how they're dealing with it either.
Well, I feel like I'm being gaslit by this show because she has just been consistently the worst traitor since the start. Like, remember Boston Rob on like Ep 1 or whatever being like, oh my God, Danielle, chill out at the breakfast, because she was giving us that, like, you know, Oscar-worthy performance.
Yeah, she does like, is the shaking thing she does a nervous thing, or does she play it up a bit when she's like at these round tables and stuff as well? Because she just tends to do it quite a bit. She hasn't explained it as in like, oh, it's a nervous tick or something like that. She just kind of like really, when she's putting on the performance, it seems to like come out quite a bit.
Yeah, and now all the foreshadowing we got about the reindeer games, Santa's showdown drama makes sense, because we're getting our fantasy that we never asked for of a face-to-face ultimatum, which, yeah, I don't really care.
I'm excited to see the reveal, as in like the Danielle Hoodoff and Britney. Even before I hope before she asks her, Britney just gets to like ask her some questions or something like that, just to be like, why are we doing, like, as in, like, I know she's probably just going to have to say yes. And
I think Britney fully knows, and she's just not pursuing it because she can't be seen to fuck Danielle over twice in a row on reality TV.
Yeah, but I also think you could tell when Gabby, after the round table, was talking about the traitor on traitor thing, like she was giving it, like it was giving Boston Rob against like Bob the drag queen, like it was the same energy. Britney was clicking. You could straight away. Yeah, and Britney, you could see, was like clicking with what she was saying, and she's like, "Oh God, like yeah, we have to get rid of Danielle." But then now she's being called like down into the basement to become a traitor with the person who is so obviously a traitor. So she essentially just needs to like lie low or something and just like vote majority if everyone's going that way, but she just needs to essentially shut up and just be like, just slowly go, oh yeah, I'd like, after what happened and what Gabby said, just pretend like Gabby's put her on this train and being like, oh, because I was friends with her, like I couldn't see past it. Now it's actually made a whole lot more sense, and she's just got to play it like cool at this point, because she's going to be screwed essentially now.
And we're at the pointy end. There's only 2 weeks left. What do we think is going to happen? We've touched on the seer. I personally am hoping that it is either Tom or Dolores, and they just pick the other and just have a lovely, a lovely dinner together as faithfuls.
I hope they do, and I hope they both just come out of it saying that, like, even though they both have to say, like, one of them's going to find out they're faithful, they just both come out and go, that person's a traitor. Just like they just try to destroy each other. And that's all I want to watch. But I do not see a finish line with a traitor winning at this point, because if the last two traitors are Danielle and Britney, I think they're both screwed.
I think Britney could win as a traitor, but I don't, like, by no doing of her own. Like, and if she did, it would be so frustrating for all involved, because it would be like, she wasn't even a traitor the whole show.
Yeah.
Like,
I just I just don't know. I think if she was recruited earlier and Danielle was never a part of it, yes, she is a game player that I could see doing it. But I think now, when people find out Danielle's a traitor and they will put 2 and 2 together that she would have had to recruit someone else, they'll be like, who would have she recruited? And they'll be like, Britney. Yeah. And I think that'll just be, they'll figure it out.
Because who won last year? Oh, it was Trishelle and CT together as faithfuls.
Yes. Oh, because
and then
who did they fuck over?
Season 1. Oh, they did.
Mercedes, wasn't it? MJ from Shars, because
MJ.
I felt so sorry for her.
Moment with the jeans, with her walking into the room, that was great.
But they knew she wasn't a traitor at the end. They just were like, oh no, fuck you, we're going to split the money. Like, they knew exactly what they were doing. I felt so sorry for her, because she helped them get that moment where she clicked, where she knew what they were doing when they didn't want to finish the game, and she was in that shock. I was like, oh my God, you poor girl. Because I felt like she played well. Yeah.
It's why I think the players now are splitting up people that have been on shows together because it's like
Smart.
they're going to help each other out. Yeah.
Just not my
we shall see.
housewives at the beginning.
That
Stop it.
I still can't believe, like, looking back at the cast that we started with and who we have now, I swear to God, I think it's the complete opposite of who I wanted to see at the end.
I know. I wanted at least a Dorinda halfway. That would have been lovely. Chanel a bit further as well.
Chanel didn't even need the show. She continued to make the show off air, which was heaven.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen a Robin Dixon at this point, just still completely off the mark. Like she would have been in the same state that Tom
in the bath
Dolo
with the glass of wine.
Just going for each other and not even knowing where to point the gun. Like that would have been phenomenal to watch.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for it to wrap up. I have no idea what the fuck's going to happen, but it's not looking good for the Traitor girlies.
No, it's not. Sam, quickly before we finish, do you mind if I make a tiny announcement for anyone who's made it to the end of the episode? Yes. I'm bringing back gas bagging for Real Housewives of Sydney. New episode this Thursday with my dear friend Lauren Downey from work. So I'll be back with new episodes on Thursday because we've got the girls back on Tuesday. Oh, and even bigger announcement. Girls are back, but season 1, the original with our Lisa Oldfield, Arathena, Binge have finally succumbed to accepting that it's part of the law and is back up on Binge. So it's now...
Thank you. We can relive the magic.
Yes, Lauren just texted me before, my friend, and she said that, look, here it is. So it's finally there.
So I can watch
they're still
Lisa
doing
Oldfield yell at her kids and call him a dickhead. My favourite.
And nearly fucking drown. Yeah. So
I nearly fucking drowned.
It's all there.
And then a fat man came and had to rescue me.
Inflatable swan. Oh, it's pure cinema. So everyone do yourself a favour and go watch the first season.
Watch season 1. Amazing. I will also be recapping Real Housewives of Sydney. I'll be having different guests every week. You're sticking with Lauren?
Yes, my friend Lauren is taking over from dear Kate Campbell, R.I.P.
Kate Campbell. All right, R.I.P. Kate. Oh, well, that'll be fun. I look forward to listening along to Gasbagging.
How exciting. And we'll be back next week.
We shall. It's almost over. Till then.
Farewell.
Bye-bye.